Greetings and welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of The Lit Minute with me, Professor Stephanie Johnson, also known as The Wright, W-R-I-T-E, Professor. It's Black Music Month, and just like Black literature, Black music is lit, and that's the title of this episode. And this episode, Black Music is Lit, is dedicated to the Florida Fellowship Super Choir, directed by Minister Corey Patrick Edwards. If you know me in person, you know that I grew up singing in the music ministry ever since I really could talk and put notes together. So I'm elated to dedicate this episode to the Florida Fellowship Super Choir. The Florida Fellowship Super Choir recently celebrated its 4th anniversary. So again, congratulations to your ministry, our ministry, and we hope that we have many, many more anniversaries to come. Florida Fellowship Super Choir, this episode of The Lit Minute is for you. Black music is powerful. It has served as the soundtrack for the African experience in America. It has enveloped us. It was created out of the experience of the tobacco and the cotton fields of the South, through the Civil War and Reconstruction, through the Great Migration to the Harlem Renaissance jazz, New Orleans jazz, all the protest ballads and the beat music of the 60s, civil rights and black power movement, and let me scale it back about 10 years with rock and roll. Now let me go forward 30 years. Disco and 80s rock, 90s R&B, hip hop, so forth and so on. Black music is the soundtrack to the African experience in America. Gospel music, Negro spirituals, anthems, hymns are pivotal to understanding the African American experience. Paul Laurence Dunbar, an African American writer who lived from 1872 to 1906, was pivotal in recording the significance of the Negro singer and hymns to African American culture. One of his most renowned poems, entitled When Malindy Sings, is a literary recording of that spirit. If you were one of the many faithful fans of Aretha Franklin and had the opportunity to view her homegoing service back in 2018, you experienced a little bit of this poem. Actress Cicely Tyson recited this poem as her dedication to Aretha Franklin at her homegoing service. The only thing that was different was that Cicely Tyson replaced Malindy's name with Aretha's name. So for this episode, I'll be sharing a snippet of When Malindy Sings. Ain't you never heard Malindy? Blessed soul, take up the cross. Look here, ain't you joking, honey? Well, you don't know what you lost. You ought to hear that gal a wobbling. Robins, larks, all them things hush their mouths and hides their faces when Malindy sings. Fiddling man just stop his fiddling, lay his fiddle on the shelf. Mockingbird quit trying to whistle, 'cause he just so shame himself. Folks are playing on the banjo, drops their fingers on the strings. Bless your soul, forgets to move 'em. When Malindy sings, she just spreads her mouth and hollers, come to Jesus, till you hear sinners trembling steps and voices, timid like a drawing near. Then she turns to Rock of Ages, simply to the cross she clings, and you find your tears a-dropping when Malindy sings. And you find your tears a-dropping when Florida Fellowship Super Choir sings. To find out more about the Florida Fellowship Super Choir, please visit the website at f2superchoir.org. You'll also find us on Twitter and Instagram at F2 Super Choir. And you'll find us on Facebook at Florida Fellowship Superchoir, and Superchoir is 2 words. This has been Season 4, Episode 2 of The Lit Minute. Black Music Month, Black Music is Lit. With me, Professor Stephanie Johnson, also known as The Writes, W-R-I-T-E, Professor. And remember, reading and writing are lit, so be lit.